then, right? So then this gets into the fun stuff, right? So I want to, I want to actually, I want to actually go into this a little bit. Like, once you have something working, then what, right? So once you have something working, right? Now we finally can get into whether or not it is something that you feel is meaningful to bring to, the world, or is something that is deeply connected to you that you are then bringing to the world in a way that will ultimately make you an artist, right? Make you have, you actually having something to say that isn't just, hitting the motions of a story, right? So once you have this flow in this system working, now this would be the point where you say, okay, what beliefs do I have, right? Because these are fairly basic beliefs here, right? Letting go versus holding on and this kind of thing, right? And, this can work, and it does, but it's also something that, we have seen before, right? The thematic question of letting go versus holding on. So if you actually want to create something that feels original and feels different from other stories that you have seen, now you finally have to do the most difficult mental work of storytelling, which is actually having viewpoints that other people don't hold. Okay? So I want you to think about the stories you have written, right? Most of them are likely just about either not much at all, or they're about very traditional themes, right? Things that you've seen again and again and again about, we should save everyone, or kindness should win, or whatever, right? If you can nail this flow, right? Nail story circle, nail the sort of viewpoint 1, viewpoint 2 dilemma, and presenting those choices. Okay, so yeah, Bao is people are mentioning Bao. Yes, very similar to Bao. This story has similarities for sure, right? And also, Bao is not, groundbreaking in the sense of, oh my gosh, it's something I've never thought of before, right? So to actually create a story that other people have, or to actually create a thematic dilemma that other people have not thought of before, requires you doing thinking that other people haven't done, right? And that is the hardest part of writing, right? Especially when all you do is watch the news that everyone else watches, read the books that everyone else reads, watch the movies that everyone else watches, and exist in the world that everyone else exists in, go to the same kind of job that everybody else does. Then you don't have any actual interesting things to say, because you don't have something to give to people that they haven't seen before, right? So that ultimately becomes like, and here's the thing, right? That's the thing I cannot help you with, right? I cannot help you think, in the sense of, I cannot help you find interesting ideas and worldviews and viewpoints that other people haven't seen before. I can talk about mine. I can talk about things that I think I think other people, haven't thought about or aren't thinking about, in mainstream or whatever. But I can't make you do that, and I can't, force you to do that in a story, right? So what I can do is I can help you actually get the flow of the story actually working. But if you truly want to be a writer that changes people's views on the world in a genuine, legitimate way, that is going to require you doing the serious, sometimes difficult, sometimes painful work of analyzing what you think, challenging the ideas that are in your head, taking away all of this software that other people have installed on you about how things work and how life works and how you should think and what's morally correct and all of this stuff, to actually find something of genuine, to actually find a piece of genuine truth that you can give to people through a story, right? And that's what I am absolutely most passionate about. And that's what I try to do in the stories that I write. My channel and the stream and these sorts of things, they are about how to honestly, how to start, right? Like, like you're really not even starting until, I don't want to discourage people, but like it takes time. Okay. So when we're talking about some of these people who it seems like they write without any of this, they never think about theme and they never think about this, quote unquote, but their stories are remembered by everyone and like they're deeply impactful and they have this sort of stuff, right? Like you're talking about like Tarantino or whatever. Like a lot of the times, this can come because they do have something to say, and because they have that thing to say, they don't need all the rest of it, because the real truth is if you actually have something if you actually have something genuine to say, then a lot of the story begins to kind of build itself, because you actually want to convey this thing to the audience, and you can do that in an organic way. But it's hard to get there, right? So yeah, I mean, that's a little bit of the work that I can't help you on, right? Like, I unfortunately cannot help you think. I can try to think myself, and show you kind of how I am trying. And that's part of what I was trying to do with the Writer's Mind podcast, somewhat. But yeah, so, solid script, Alberto, solid read, has a good pacing. I'm not wasting time on useless, crap that nobody cares about. The story is consistently moving. I'm interested to see what happens next. The critique that I'm going to give is just that it's something that I've seen before. And that is the best critique I can possibly give any of the shorts that I read, because I wish I read tons of great scripts that were stuff I've seen before, but I don't. I read a lot of scripts that they don't have the basics even kind of figured out. Okay.